this short video presentation on how to download, install and configure Pydio on your Patriot PS personal server. My name is Pradeep Nambiar. I'm the product architect and developer for the Patriot PS personal server solution. Pydio is another personal cloud application that enables storing and sharing files easily. A community edition for Pydio is freely available for personal use. Patriot PS personal server makes it real easy to download, install and configure the community edition of Pydio within minutes using the Patriot PS configuration application. You can access and share files within the home network or from the internet. You can also access and share files using the free mobile app from Pydio, which is available both for the iOS and the Android. This presentation assumes that you have already done the initial Patriot PS personal server configuration. Okay, so let's access the Patriot PS configuration application. After you sign in, access the personal cloud tab, and here you will see the button to install and configure the Pydio personal cloud application. Now this is another application similar to the own cloud, so you have the choice of installing either the own cloud or Pydio or both if you want. So click on the install and configure button, and just like in the own cloud configuration, we have a choice of two databases to use. I will use the default PostgreSQL database. And what this configuration will do is that it will create a database called Pydio. So you will have to provide a password. Remember this password, as you would need this password when you have to configure the Pydio in the next screen. Click on Submit. Once the creation of the database and the download of the software is complete, click on the next button. This screen has got two sections. On the bottom section you would see the configuration for the Pydio screen. The first page basically gives the status of your personal server. Click on this link. Click here to continue to Pydio, and here you will provide the configuration detail for the Pydio. You click on the start wizard, and here you will create an admin ID and password. I will call it Pydio admin, and I'll provide a password. Next is the global option. You can change the welcome message and other miscellaneous things. I would skip that section. And the third section is the configuration storage. Remember, we selected PostgreSQL as our database, so we will have to select the database type as PostgreSQL, or if you had selected MySQL, you can use that option. And the host is the local host. Database name is Pydio. The user is also Pydio, and use the same password that you provided in this previous screen. You can try connecting to the database to make sure the connection is good. So here it says the connection was established, which means that the password that you entered is correct. And then you can create an additional user, a non-admin user. I would create a user, give a email address, and provide a password. And then click on Install Pydio button. This will take a few seconds, and you should see the login screen for the Pydio software. So at this point the configuration of Pydio is complete. As you can see that this was just as simple as clicking a few buttons and providing the required password, and Once you see this login screen, you confirm the Pydio software is configured button, and that'll indicate to your Patriot PS personal server that you have configured the Pydio. Click on the continue, and then when you go back to the personal cloud page, you would see that now the Pydio personal cloud application has been installed. There are two buttons shown to either launch it, or if you ever want to reinstall the software at a later point, you can do that. So I would click on the launch button, and then you would see the Pydio screen. So if you look at the URL on the browser, it is HTTPS, your local IP address of your Patriot PS personal server /Pydio. This is one way to access the Pydio personal cloud application within the home network. Now, if you were to access your Pydio software from the internet, you would have to substitute this IP address to your external IP address of your internet ISP external IP address, and also you will also have to provide the port if you have done a port forwarding other than the standard 443 port that is used for HTTPS. Okay, so let's try to log in to the application. Use the user ID and password that you provided in the previous screen. So once you log in, you have a default workspace called My Files. If you click on that, this is your workspace, and you can create additional folders. One of the features of Pydio is you can drag and drop the files from your desktop to upload the files onto your personal server. I can just pick this file and drop it onto the Pydio, and you will see that particular file has been uploaded. You can also access Pydio from the main homepage of the Pexus Patriot personal server. After you log into your Pydio software, you can easily generate a link for any of the files in your Pydio folder and send the link via an email to a friend for them to download and view that file. When you want to send an email link, ensure that you have logged into Pydio using the external IP address or the external host. That way the link that is generated would include the correct host that is actually addressable from the outside. So suppose if I want to create a link for this particular file, I will right click and click on share, and you can give it a description, what the file is about. You can create a custom name for that link. In this case, I will just call it desert. And then you can also provide an optional password, specify how many days the link should be active, after which the link expires, and how many downloads that you want to allow for that file. So if you leave it 0 in both the instances, it'll never expire, and you can allow unlimited downloads. And then you click on the generate link. When you click on the generate link, it'll create a web link. Now, as you can see, the web link is created using the same host name and the port that you used to access your Pydio. And you can either copy paste this link into your email, or you can even send an email directly from the Pydio here. Type in the email address to whom you want to send the link to, and then click this button, and it'll say the email has been sent successfully. The person who receives that email would see email with the link. If you click on that link, you would see that file. You can download that file, and if you had provided a password for that link, the user would have to enter the password. Next, I will briefly show how you can access the Pydio software that is installed on your Patriot PS personal server using the mobile application. You would go and download the Pydio mobile app from the iOS or your Android device store. Once you have downloaded, click on the Pydio application, and here you will have to create a connection to your server. You would use the same URL that is externally addressable if you are accessing it from outside your home from the internet, or if you are accessing it locally within your home network, you can use that IP address of your Patriot PS personal server. Enter the server address, the username and password, and then before you click on save, you also need to do an additional stuff. You need to select the trust SSL certificate. This is required as the certificate that you're using on your Patriot PS personal server is a self-signed certificate. You can always verify the certificate to ensure that you are connecting to your server. So click on save, and at that point you will see the mobile app has added a server to access your Pydio on your Patriot PS personal server. Click on it, and then if the login is successful, you will see the My Files folder. Tap on it, and here you will see the files that you had already uploaded on the server. You can add additional files from your mobile device. Click on the plus button, and then you can take a picture and upload it onto your Patriot PS personal server. You can create a file or a folder, or you can already pick a picture from your existing camera album. So in this case, I'm going to click one of the files here, click on done to upload that, and you will see the file is getting uploaded. Once the upload is complete, you will see that file was uploaded, and you can view it. You can share the file. If you want to share it, swipe it to your right and then click on share, and you can either send the link via email, you can provide an expiration, or you can also alternatively provide a password to the link. This concludes a video presentation on the Patriot PS personal server and the Pydio personal cloud software. You can view additional documentation and video presentation from our website at http://www.pexus.com patriotps/media, and please also check out our store at store.pexus.net, where you can place an order for the Patriot PS personal server, either the full system or the ISO image or the virtual appliance image.